What's up, everybody? I'm Eric HANSON with BackpackingTV. Today, I've got special guest Steve Corso of Monte Boca, and he is going to be teaching me how to take a new twist on an old classic. And if you're like me, you're tired of doing the same old thing for all of your backpacking meals, and I am really excited to get some further instruction from a chef as to how to make my backpacking meals really kick, really shine. So today we're going to be digging into that, but before I get all of that amazing knowledge downloaded to you, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Make sure you turn on those notifications. We love inspiring our community of hikers and backpackers out there. So make sure that you're staying up to date with what we're up to. And Steve, I'm turning it over to you.
All right, so we're talking dinner, and we're talking an absolute backpacker classic, ramen. And it's a classic for a lot of great reasons, where it's super cheap, really filling, cooks up fast, and it's high calorie. Like, those are four really, really amazing things. But sometimes it gets a little bit boring, and just using that little packet, it kind of gets a little bit boring also.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about how to elevate our ramen bowl with some great added protein, some great added veggies and crunch and spice, and different kind of sprinkles we can throw on there.
I love it. So if you're a former college student, maybe a current college student, or a backpacker, you know how much a ramen can be a part of the equation. Just always backpacking with ramen. It's super light, it's super cheap, but it's not always the world's best source of nutrition. So I think this is going to be a way better. It already looks, I can see real veggies in there for one. So that's going to be, I think we're going to be hitting a sweet spot of nice nutrition while still being light, simple, and cheap, probably.
Absolutely, and you know, we've all had the cup noodle, where we've got about 4 corn kernels in there and 2 carrots, and like, sure, those are veggies too, but it doesn't really give us a whole lot. So maybe we have the opportunity to add a little bit more color, texture, and freshness to our bowl. I love it. Great.
Break it down for me.
So we've just got our classic chimney style stove here today. This is an MSR. We've got one just because we can easily make a double batch for both of us.
Perfect.
And what we're going to do is we're going to build the broth. So often we just throw water in there and then throw the packet in there and call it good, but we're going to build the broth. So we're going to obviously use water, but then what we've got here is a pre-portioned container of sesame oil, rice vinegar, and soy sauce.
Wow.
And this is about 4 ounces. It'll be great for 2 or 3 people, and really helpful to be able to pack along this with an old juice container. Just make sure that they're threaded, meaning they're like a pop bottle. If not, you're going to have soy sauce everywhere.
That's not going to be good.
Not going to be helpful.
So as long as it's threaded, you can backpack with it.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the general rule there.
But if you are concerned about taking liquids along, then one great packable ingredient is powdered soy sauce. And I tested this about 6 months ago and was a little skeptical about it, but it hydrates really well and gives you a really great soy flavor.
I don't even know if I knew that dehydrated soy sauce existed.
Have you tried it before?
No.
All right, well, put out your hand here and we'll give you a little. So really, really powdery. I'll try it again. Wow.
It tastes exactly like soy sauce. Just no liquid.
Just no liquid. It's kind of like brewer's yeast too, if you've had that before, or liquid aminos, like that kind of flavor profile.
Yeah.
But really helpful option to be able to take along as well.
Okay.
So other ways to build our broth is we're going to throw in some dried shiitake mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
And it's funny, with dried shiitake mushrooms at a regular grocery store, they're 10, 20 bucks a pound. But at the Asian grocery stores, you can get a bag double or triple this size for $4 or $5.
Really?
Yep. So these are always in my pantry. So we're going to go ahead and break those up a little bit and throw them right in. And they are, how heavy are they?
They weigh like a quarter ounce.
Yeah. So
they're nothing.
Almost nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Perfect.
that.
So we're going to throw that in there, and for this specific bowl, we are going to make it beef ramen. So we've got some nice beef jerky here, and I'm just going to throw it right into the pot right now, which seems, rip that up for me a little bit. It seems a little interesting because usually just have it for a snack, but it actually is going to hydrate really, really well, and that beefiness is going to help build our broth.
Will it reconstitute into a full steak?
Oh man, not quite a full steak, but at least a steak bite, maybe.
I love it.
Okay, so we've got our shiitakes, our beef. You want to go ahead and throw in our flavor bomb.
Just pour in the whole thing?
Pour in the whole thing, and I'll meet you in there with some water.
Okay.
Nice.
Already looks delicious. Way fancier than anything I've ever prepared in the backcountry.
And we're going to go ahead and get our burner ripping and just turn it on high. Nice.
With style.
And a nice tip, a pot with a lid on it, inside or outside, always boils faster. Might just be a little bit, but it always boils faster. So, super helpful. So while we're waiting for our water to boil and our broth to sort of start to come together, we're talking about protein and other additions we can add to this bowl.
Okay.
So protein is a really important a part of any meal, but especially while backpacking, to replenish a lot of that fuel that we've lost throughout the day. Beef is really great, but other jerkies out there are really awesome as well. Or if you have a buddy or you love making your own venison jerky, it'd be great to throw it right in there.
There's a lot of freedom to how to tweak this recipe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So other options is you could easily add, the classic tuna packet that's already going along on your trip. You could add, a nice packet of nuts for some nice crunchy protein. Then you could even add some pre-cooked tofu. And I know this might sound a little bit scary, but it's already pre-cooked, it's vacuum sealed, it can last for 2 to 3 days.
So that's a great option if anybody is a vegetarian, vegan out there. Good way to do this meal. And add protein in a really simple way.
Absolutely, and it's really great because you can maybe add it later on too. So if you have, maybe keep all the protein out and just make it vegetarian or vegan, and then add your protein later, so you only have to make one pot for everybody.
Smart.
Then the last thing you could do is take these handy hard-boiled eggs that are available, it seems like every gas station now.
Where I love getting my meals.
It's a great spot to procure your ingredients, but this will complete your ramen experience by having that hard-boiled,
this is true,
boiled egg on your bowl. But I would just say, just make sure to use that within the first day.
So that can last about a day.
About a day.
Okay.
Yep.
So as long as you use it right off the bat, you're fine.
No problem.
Okay.
And then, so looking to further up the bowl, so like when we're thinking about creating recipes, we're thinking about what's down here, what's kind of in the middle, and then what's gonna go on top, and that's gonna be freshness and crunch. So putting that whole circle together for a really great bowl. So we've got some nice crunchy snap peas, some baby carrots, some
Can I eat one beforehand?
You sure can.
All right.
Make sure they're fresh and good.
Nice and crunchy.
Yep.
Love that.
And we've also got some pre-cut broccoli and pre-cut cauliflower. You can even, pack along a red pepper and do a couple slices of that as well for some other great crunch and other great color.
So I know most people who are going backpacking think that the only option that's really out there is dehydrated food. And fresh veggies kind of seem counterintuitive to a lot of backpackers, but you don't seem to agree with that.
I don't agree. Dehydrated meals and dehydrated ingredients, they're good and they're really solid, but they only go so far. They will provide some color and some texture and some micronutrients in there, but fresh is best. And you still have to be a little careful about packing them along, but from my experience on my treks, is they will last for 3, 4, 5 days with no issue about food safety. They might get a little bit smashed, but they're overall okay.
Yeah, and then just in terms of organization and packing it, what do you tend to do with managing food like that?
Hold on, we are boiling.
Oh, we gotta come back to that then.
We'll come right back to that. So we are ripping boiling here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my ramen. And I've got a little bit different ramen here today.
Okay.
This is not your standard top ramen crinkly, but we've got a nice little bundle. And I found these at the Asian grocery store. Again, super, super cheap, but this doesn't look like a whole lot, but this is about one good solid portion.
So we just need 2 and we're good to go?
Good to go for the day. And I'm gonna stir it with the best camp hack of all time, campy chopsticks.
I love that, because those are everywhere. We don't even need to worry about packing those in. You can just make your own chopsticks on the go.
On the go. So we're just gonna let that hydrate and let our noodles cook. Nothing super fancy.
Couple minutes?
Couple minutes, should be ready.
Okay.
For packing with fresh ingredients, I tend to use these reusable Ziploc bags. Nice, handy to be able to put them all together.
Yes.
You can even use, reusable. This is an old bag that I had laying around the house that I think my helmet came in. You could use reusable stuff sacks as well to be able to keep all of your ingredients together. But overall, being mindful of how much plastic we are taking along and how much that we're putting back into the environment.
Yeah. But that seems like a really good way, easy way to have reusable items, and it also contains like a meal into a really easy to package, easy to transport. bag in your backpack.
Absolutely. And one thing on packing these dry ingredients, so we had our shiitake mushrooms and our noodles in here, and then we have our fresh ingredients over here, it is important to keep them separate.
Yeah.
And why that's important is these are dry and these are generally moist or wet, and they're going to want to find some sort of equilibrium together, so they're going to
mingle.
They're going to mingle, and these are going to grab a little bit of this water, and
Yeah.
then it's going to get all mushy and weird, and
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
Okay.
So noodles are coming along, and lastly, for our ramen bowls, as far as garnishes and flavors we could add, but we could easily add some sesame seeds,
Oh, fancy.
some packable seaweed snacks.
These weigh nothing.
Those weigh also nothing.
Almost literally.
Almost literally. And then
0.17 ounces.
wow, that is like
For the whole package.
literally nothing. But then we could easily scrounge from the drawer to see if we have any soy sauce.
I probably have a few of those lying around.
Yeah, I'm sure most of us do. But some hoisin, sriracha, soy sauce if you want to go a little bit more in the flavor category.
Yeah. So just saving those from when you do takeout at home. Perfect for backpacking.
Perfect for backpacking. Super, super easy packing. All right, so the best part of this recipe is trying the noodles.
All right, I love that.
Nice, that's looking good. So a little crunchy, they done.
Oh, those are like perfect texture.
Perfect texture,
Yeah.
awesome. And then, so that didn't, maybe like 1 minute, 2 minutes?
I think maybe 2.
Okay.
Pretty quick.
Pretty quick. So go ahead and shut off the stove here.
We didn't even have enough time to have a conversation.
Oh, man. So we're gonna go ahead and bowl this up, and then what I'd love for us both to do is then we can garnish our bowl how we like.
Okay.
So look at our pantry here on the rock here today and see what kind of looks good for
What
you.
we're drawn to.
But look at that. Oh, look
That
at
is a lot.
Beautiful, beautiful noodles. Good portion for both of us. But then what's super great about
those
this
mushrooms.
recipe is you got a nice warm broth.
Warm me up as the temperatures are dropping out there in the Alpine.
And then our meat. Here you go. Try it out.
Whew, hot. Beef jerky. Oh, tender.
Tender, nice. So if you cook it a little bit longer, it's going to get actually really soft.
Yeah.
But it hydrates in almost no time.
Wow. I did not expect that. That's really wonderful.
Nice. So why don't you garnish up your bowl, and I'll do the same. We've got 2 beautiful, beautiful bowls of ramen here.
Let's see. I don't even know what I want to do. I think I'm going to dive in for a few of these fresh veggies.
Nice.
I don't know what I want, but I want it all. Let's get a few of those nice snap peas. Are those snap peas?
Those
Sugar
are
peas?
snap peas, yep.
Oh, and I got to have some cashews.
Nice. Well, I'm going to start with an egg, get a little bit more protein.
Let's open this up a little bigger. This looks legit. This is like $17 from the food truck in downtown. Yeah, and for price, this seems like a really reasonable, way cheaper than a dehydrated meal that you're going to get from your camp store.
Incredibly economical.
What would this run? What can?
Oh, man.
I mean, ramen is cheap.
Ramen is cheap. I would say this would be $1 or $2 total.
That is a really great way to do.
Oh, beautiful. That looks really nice.
Oh, thank you. You want one of these too?
No, I'm okay. You can go
All
nuts
right,
on those.
I'm gonna take a little bit of that seaweed garnish. Don't let it blow away in the wind. It weighs nothing.
But then what I'm going to do to finish off mine is a little bit of sriracha.
Oh, very
Because,
nice.
of course, you need a sriracha keychain. Would you like a little bit?
I do. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. I do want some sriracha. I love the sriracha.
There we go. Well, those are 2 beautiful looking bowls here tonight.
These look fantastic. I'm ready to dive in.
I think we should do it.
So we got ourselves a hot bowl. You got a nice heating pad there. Let's dive in. Let's give this a go.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Oh, man, look at that.
This is way better than any ramen that I've ever had in college. Oh, man.
How was your broth?
It's so good. That is legit.
Wow. So really beefy flavor.
Oh, that is.
Good sesame oil. Really rich flavor.
And I would love to hear, while we're just having a little chat here about our meal, just a little bit more about what has inspired you to help educate other backpackers, other outdoorsmen, outdoors people to get out and try new things with their meals?
Yeah, well, I've been in the food industry for over 20 years. I'm a classically trained chef. I've worked in enough kitchens through the years, but training in Napa Valley in northern Italy. So I know my way around a kitchen, but I also really like going outside. And I'm from the Pacific Northwest, so I would go up into the Enchantments, into the Olympic National Park, and I noticed that the food options were just a little dry and bland.
Dry, literally.
Literally dry, yeah, a little dry, a whole lot dry. And I thought of, well, I think we could be able to have some better, tastier meals and have them refuel us in a better way and complement the experience of eating a great ramen bowl with you here in Sedona in this beautiful backdrop. What more could you want?
I think you hit the nail on the head, and I love it. I know for me, specifically, I tend to get in a rut. I eat the same thing over and over again whenever I go backpacking or camping. So this is really opening my eyes to what is possible, what is easy, and I'm gonna save money doing it this way too, which is really, really nice combo.
Yeah, it's a really nice part of the whole recipe of being able to save a little bit of money versus the packaged meals, but then eat better meals along the way.
So if other people want to know more, you have more than this recipe. What do you want to tell people? Where can people find you?
Yeah, check us out, montyboca.com, M-O-N-T-Y, Facebook, Elevate Your Meals, Instagram, @MontyBoca. Also have my own YouTube channel, Chef Corso, where I go out and do this, cook with a buddy, cook by myself, and show you how to do it.
Brilliant. Well, I think that's an amazing resource for anybody out there who's trying to get into backpacking or is a highly experienced person. Maybe you've been guiding for years and you're just tired of the same old thing to eat. Steve has made this amazing cookbook for all you backpackers out there in a nice, slim, travel, packable, friendly way. There are, what, 170 other meals in here?
There's only about 20 in there, but we have over 175 online.
Online, that's
Yep.
the way we go. So there are plenty of options for you to choose from in this book and online. Make sure you check them out at montyboca.com. And hit us up in the comments below. What are the toppings that you would choose? Did anything that we chose surprise you? Did anything blow your mind or make you suspicious? Well, we'd love to hear from you here at Backpacking TV. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you like this video. Stick around for more. Check Steve out at where he's at. And we'll see you later.
Cheers.